So coming to seated. And if cross-legged is comfortable for you, then great. Otherwise, make sure that you're high enough in whichever position that your legs are in, so that you can feel that you're sitting tall, but without too much effort in the shoulders, in the back. And just rest the hands comfortably on your knees or your thighs. And close the eyes. And as you close the eyes, allow the pelvis to become heavy into the prop or straight into your mat. And feel as if your weight is sinking down into the earth. Without slumping through the belly and the torso, you can still find that the shoulders can relax. And that the legs can let go a little bit. And start to notice the breath. And immediately, as soon as we start to draw attention to the breath, it slows and becomes fuller. And it seems such a busy time of year as we sort of helter-skelter towards the end of the year. It's nice just to be reminded of the simplicity of the breath and to connect with gratitude for what we have and how wonderful our bodies are, that we're able to come onto the yoga mat. And as we work through a simple practice this morning, can we notice that little voice of self-criticism of, oh, that hurts, that's not very flexible, I wish I were stronger. And can we just quiet it down, breathe into it, just a simple breath and a reminder to be grateful for this wonderful gift that we have. So let's inhale and exhale, starting to match the inhale with the exhale, a deep and full breath, taking care not to have tension through the shoulders. And coming up to seated if you're on the floor. And then opening the eyes. And just a soft gaze. And we open up the front of the body a little bit. So take the hands behind you. And if you're a little bit high, then you could have your fingers on bricks. And as you press down into your fingertips, bring the shoulder blades together, lifting up the heart. Keep the back of the neck long, so your gaze is forward. And take a couple of deep breaths and feel that you're breathing from the pubic bone to the very outer edges of your shoulders. As you exhale again, feel rooted down through the pelvis. Let's take 2 more breaths here. You can have your eyes open or closed, just enjoying that sensation of breath. One more here. And then release the hands and we'll take it into a really gentle forward fold. So again, if you're stiff in the back, you could have your hands on bricks here or your fingertips on the floor. Keep rooted back into the pelvis and bow. So don't let the sit bones rise. And take 3 really deep breaths into the back of the body. And you might find if your legs are crossed that there's a stretch in the hip. And just breathe into it. Breathe a bit of love into your body. A bit of space into the mind. Just keep it simple this morning. One more breath here. Allowing the body just to start to open up. And then come up here. And we'll take the hands behind again, opening up the chest, but also take that opportunity to change the cross of the legs. So I've now got my left shin in front. It'll always feel a bit awkward. And again, pressing into the hands behind, lifting the heart, keep the back of the neck long, and take 3 breaths once more. And you're almost tilting the pelvis forwards as you push the fingertips into the floor. So you get a little extension in the lumbar spine, squeeze the shoulder blades together and open up through the chest. One more breath. And then release the hands, come forwards again. Push the pelvis down into the floor, so not letting the sit bones lift, and just bow to your own degree here. And take 3 more breaths. Noticing any thoughts that associate with any tightness, and just letting them go, letting them soften like a snowflake melting away. Let's have 1 more breath here. And then start to come to sit tall once more. Just drawing the lower belly in a little bit, sitting tall, no tension in the shoulders. So then as we breathe in, lift the arms, touch the fingertips, and we twist to the left, opening up, left hand behind, right hand to the left thigh. And take 2 breaths in this twist. And just explore it. So explore any tension in the neck. Can you maybe take the gaze forwards and down? And focus on that sensation of the breath into the constriction. Where do you feel that? The rib cage, shoulders, belly. Breathe into it. Just enjoying that simplicity of the breath, even when it's compressed. 1 more breath in this twist. And then on your next inhale, back through the center, touch the fingertips, still relax through the shoulder girdle, and take the twist to the other side. See if you can bring the hand down behind you and press your left hand into your right thigh to twist a little deeper, but within a really comfortable range. That's it. Explore any tension in the neck, the shoulders, see what you can do to release it. And then have another 2 really steady breaths, tuning into your body. And then inhale, sweeping the arms up, touching the fingertips, and then bring the hands down and just release any tension through the shoulders. And we'll come onto your knees, but you're going to come up. Hands onto the hips. And as you just allow the pelvis to tilt forwards and backwards, keeping tension out of the shoulders, just explore how that feels. So can you notice tension maybe through the front of the hips or in the low back as you move the pelvis? It can be quite restricted here. So lengthen the tailbone, draw the tummy muscles up, and feel as if you're lengthening the crown of the head to the ceiling. And then step the right foot forwards. And then we're going to take the hands to the floor. Or you're going to grab your bricks and have your hands on your bricks. And here again, let's just move with the breath. So as you inhale, lunge forwards. So this right knee can come forwards of the toes just for a moment. Feel the stretch in the left anterior hip, the front of the hip. And as you exhale, bow. So the elbows come wide. Don't worry about straightening this leg, this right leg too much. You just want to feel the stretch. And inhale forwards. Can you draw the shoulder blades back, open up the heart? And your exhale takes you back into Hanumanasana prep. So this monkey pose. Good, or runner's lunge, inhaling. Let's do 3 more. And really just feel into your body, move with the breath, keep it simple, just notice. Any chimpy little thoughts, can you just let them melt away? And greet any tension, any restriction, just with love. Good, last one here. Shoulders back as you breathe in, rounding the back as you breathe out. And next time you're coming forward, sweep the arms up. So here we've got the front knee over the ankle, a little bit right angle degree, and then lengthen the tailbone again. As you lengthen the tailbone, feel the stretch in the front of the left hip and see if you can reach the fingertips even higher. Nice. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Shoulders relax away from the ears and keep that sense of a loop of energy, lengthening the back of the pelvis, drawing up from the pubic bone to the navel. So there's like a wheel of energy, keeping that focus on your alignment there. Let's have 1 more breath. And then as we release, both hands come to the inside of that right foot. I'm going to keep my bricks here. You can have your fingertips on the floor and walk the hands out diagonally. So again, this front knee can come forwards. If that doesn't feel good on the knee, you can wriggle the foot further forwards and even turn it out a little. And we bow into a lizard pose. Feel the hips opening up. Relax through the shoulders. See if you can find a position of ease, even first thing in the morning when we're a little stiff. So for me, it actually feels more comfortable on my forearms, but you're working to where your own body is comfortable, and you can now find a steady breath. And let's have 3 more breaths. Again, just noticing tone around the lower belly. Don't let the body collapse. Steady breath. And on your next inhale, start to come up. You can keep the bricks with you if you wish. You're going to start to turn so that this right foot is in line with the left knee and the leg is straight. So you can see we're starting to come into Gates pose. So begin to lift the arms as the shoulders draw away from the ears. Again, find some ease here, though the body is strong. And then you can take the right hand down onto the right thigh, the side of the knee. Can you relax your left shoulder? Yeah. As you breathe into your left lung. Nice. Just release any tension through the neck. Lengthen tailbone, draw up so you've still got this loop of energy. Keeping tone through the belly. Nice. And then start to sweep the hands down in front of you to the top of your mat. And then just take the hips high above the knees and slide the hands forwards, coming into puppy dog. And as we take a few breaths in puppy dog pose, can you allow the back of the shoulder girdle to relax? The space between your shoulder blades, the back of your heart center, can it melt? And maybe your upper arms start to come towards the floor. But you're melting down to your own degree. And let's take 2 more breaths. If it's tight in the shoulders, take your arms a little wider, hands wider. And you could even come up, lifting the arms away from the floor onto your fingertips, and that will make it a bit stronger. Let's have 1 more breath, puppy dog. As you inhale next time, pushing down into the hands, start to bring the hands closer and come back up. I'm just going to move my bricks so that they're ready. Into your high kneeling position. Again, can you just experiment, feel into the pelvis? How does it feel to tilt anteriorly, posteriorly? And as you find that neutral spine, you're lengthening the back of the body. You should feel a little tightness in the front of the hips here. Good, shoulders relaxed, and step your left foot forwards. And again, lengthening the tailbone. And then we'll take our hands down onto bricks or onto the floor, and your inhale comes into a deeper lunge. So the front knee can just reach a little bit further forwards over your toes. That front heel is still on the floor. Nice. As you inhale, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then as you exhale, just broaden the elbows wider and bow towards your front knees. So we're not trying to get the front knees straight. You're just coming back into a stretch. So inhaling, lifting the heart, exhaling and bowing towards that front knee. Move with your breath, a slow, steady, really mindful movement. Just stay tuned in, breath and movement, nice and simple. And meet your body on the mat. Don't fight it. Find some compassion. Work at the edges and don't push it. And again, any negativity, any thoughts of, oh, this is so tight on this side, just let them go. And be grateful for this wonderful body. Let's do one more. Lovely. Good. Bowing down. As you come back in, the knee is above the ankle. We take it into a crescent lunge. And again, we're not letting the pelvis collapse here. So you've got this loop of energy drawing up pubic bone to navel and lengthening the flesh of your buttocks. So you feel tone through the lower belly. And it might feel quite a strong stretch in the front of the right hip. Just welcome it. Yeah. And stay here for another 2 breaths. Enjoying the simplicity of just breathing here. And then the hands come down to the inside of that left foot and start to walk the hands out diagonally. So this knee can come a little bit further forward. If that feels compressed in the knee, just wiggle it out to the side, turn the toes out and find where you need to be. Elbows broadening out as you bow. So on this side for me, I'm not on my forearms. It doesn't feel so comfortable. I'm going to stay higher. So find what works better for you. And then settle into just breathing here, meeting your body on the mat. And finding a steadiness to the breath. Let's have one more breath here. On your inhale, come up. Just take the bricks to the side. And again, you're going to transition into gate pose. It should feel quite a logical thing to do. Your left foot in line with your right knee. Sweep the arms up, keeping that loop of energy drawing up at the front, lengthening the back. And then let the left hand come to the left thigh. And start to really breathe into this right side. Relax the right shoulder away from your ear. So make sure you're not pushing so much into your fingertips that you close that gap shoulder to ear. Lovely. So you're engaging your latissimus dorsi muscle here, drawing the arm down into the body. And then from there, reaching through the fingertips. Lovely. Let's have another 2 breaths. Parigasana. Really feel as if you're opening up the ribs, the waist. And then let's windmill the hands all the way down. And this time coming into downward facing dog. Hands strong, fingertips grounding the inner edges of your hands. So thumb, forefinger pressing into the floor. Lift the sit bones really high. So as you push into the floor, you feel as if your sit bones are getting higher. And that could mean that you need your knees a little softer. Let the head relax as the shoulders slide away from the ears and take another breath. Inhale to lift the right leg high, bend the knee and just open that hip out, looking out underneath the right armpit. Enjoy that sensation of opening up the hip. Take an inhale. With your exhale, bring the right foot down. With your next inhale, bring the left foot up, bend the knee, and look out underneath the left armpit. Just opening out. And this time, take the gaze to your thumbs and step the left foot to the front of your mat. Join it with the right and inhale, lengthen forwards into Ardha Uttanasana. Legs are firm, And then exhale, fold. You can soften the knees to your own degree here so that you can let the spine lengthen. Lovely. When you're ready, on your next inhale, sweep the arms and come all the way up. Fingertips touch. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Lovely. So we're going to do Surya Namaskar A, which is the simplest of the salutations. And just to kind of prepare you, as we come to the floor, we're trying to get to the belly with one exhale. So we inhale into that half forward fold where we just were, and our exhale, we step back, plank, chaturanga, or just to the belly. So we'll try just the simplicity of moving with the breath. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen forwards. Exhale all the way to the floor, plank, chaturanga on one exhale. And then inhale, enjoy cobra, not too high. Good, exhaling back into downward facing dog. Let's have 3 breaths here. So set your foundations of the pose, the feet, the hands. A little tone still in your belly, lengthening the tailbone even in downward facing dog. And let's take another breath here. Looking to the thumbs, step or jump forwards. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And just enjoy the simplicity of breathing in and out. Nothing else matters right now. Last breath. Looking to the thumbs. Inhaling, jump or step forwards. Ardha Uttanasana, lengthening. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms. And then exhale, Tadasana. Let's take a couple of breaths in Tadasana. Turn the palms forward so the shoulder blades glide to the back of the ribs, open through the collarbones. Feel as if from the center of your pelvis, you're pushing into the floor. Lengthen tailbone, crown of the head rises, and just close your eyes and take 2 breaths here. See if you can feel every cell in your body, fingertips, crown, soles of your feet, center of your core. Okay. Opening the eyes. Step the right foot back long into a lunge. Good. If your toes don't like this, you can always flatten the foot here. Good. And then sweep the arms up. Again, can you get that loop of energy draw up from the belly to from the pubic bone to the belly? Lengthen the back of your body and you'll feel it stronger, a bit more restricted in the front of that right hip. Can you keep that and then straighten the knee, back leg, super powerful. Relax the shoulders a little bit and then start to lift the heart. So you're keeping length through the back of the body as you open from the sternum to the throat. And take one more breath. As you exhale, right hand comes to the floor and start to twist and open up to the left, stacking the shoulders. Keep that back leg really strong. And take another 2 breaths. Enjoying that sensation of opening up through the chest. Last breath. And then bring your left hand down to the inside of that left foot. Start to walk the hands out diagonally and then bow. So you can keep the legs straight here, or you can do the version that we did earlier on and have the right knee on the floor. It's up to you. And see if you can find some ease in the pose. So though the body is strong, the right leg is lifting, the thigh lifting away from the floor. Can you steady the breath? Find some ease in dragon pose. Start to scissor the legs together. The pelvis lifts. Flatten the right foot down. And let's windmill the arms all the way into warrior two. Well done. And again, can you find that loop of energy, that connection to the core of your body, lifting pubic bone to the belly, lengthening, and then lunge a little deeper. Shoulders relaxed, even though the arms are strong. Gaze over the left fingertips. Wonderful. Let's inhale, straighten the left leg, touch the fingertips. And then exhale as if you were pushing the air down into your warrior two. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, palms up, touch the fingertips. Exhale, press the air down. Lovely. Last one. Inhale. Exhaling. This time bring left elbow to the thigh and sweep the right arm alongside your ear. And really push the elbow into this thigh so you have lift through the left side of your body. Lovely. And look as you turn and bring these left ribs through and round. Maybe you can look to the ceiling. If that's too much on your neck, you look down. One more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, start to straighten the left knee. Take both hands to the floor and walk them round to the center. So take a breath in wide-legged forward fold. So elbows release to the sides as you bow. And then take power to your legs. So from the core of your body, the center of your pelvis, push into the feet. And then feel as if you're drawing your feet towards each other. Notice how that activates the muscles of your legs. And then draw the belly back as you release the spine. 2 more breaths. Just enjoy the breath. That's all you need to do. And then let's start to come halfway. And then we'll turn the right toes out. And we're going to do that in reverse. So here we're starting with dragon and we'll work our way back to Anjali-asana. So I have my bricks here. So you can bow deeply. We're doing it in a slightly different order. So here you can have your foot flat as we do in warrior two, or as we did on the other side, you've got your heel lifted and you're on the ball of your back foot. So you can choose here. And let's take another breath. Lovely. So then whichever your left foot is doing, come onto the ball of the foot, the left foot, and step it out to the side a little bit. Ground your left hand and let's come into the twist. Pushing down into the left hand as you lift the right. Enjoy the twist. Just breathe here. Another 2 breaths. Lovely. And then begin to transition into the side angle pose. So here your left foot flattens again in line with the front heel. And then bring your right elbow to the right thigh and start to sweep the left arm alongside your ear. That's it, side angle pose, hugging that right hip underneath, lengthening from the core of your pelvis into your back foot. And then breathe. Just breathe. One more breath. Good. As we inhale, you're going to transition into warrior two. So keep low through that front knee and stack the shoulders above the hips. Again, can you feel that loop of energy drawing up through the front, lengthen through the back? Lovely. So Lizzie, feel as if somebody's pulling on your left fingertips and taking you back a little bit, stacking the head over the pelvis. Lovely. Gaze over the right fingers. Let's take another 2 breaths. Warrior two. And then we'll just flow a little bit here. As you inhale, straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, push the air down powerfully back into warrior two. Good. Inhale. Move with the breath. Exhale. Stay steady and strong in the body. Last one, inhaling and exhaling. Nice. And then we're going to finish by transitioning into Anjali Asana. So you're stepping your left foot back on my slippy mat because it's cold. And then coming up, lifting the heart here. So you're on the ball of this left foot and you've stepped it out a little bit. So you're not on a tightrope. Relax the shoulders away from the ears as you lift from the sternum to the throat, but lengthen the tailbone. So as you try to lengthen the flesh of the buttocks here, you'll feel a stronger stretch on the front of that left hip. Keep that and then rise. And see, can you steady the breath? Lovely. Let's have one more inhale here. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor on the inside of your right foot, and let's walk them back into your wide-legged forward fold. Just let the spine release here for a moment. Take a deep breath. On your next inhale, come halfway up and bring the heels in towards each other. You might need to narrow your stance a little bit and start to bend the knees. Take your hands onto your thighs and see if you can stack the body above the pelvis. Goddess pose. So here again, can you draw up from the pubic bone to the belly button, lengthen from the base of your rib cage down to the sit bones, and you can push your hands into the thighs and then see if you can get a little lower. Great. You can keep the hands on the thighs or you can inhale, stay low in the hips and raise the arms. Steady breath. Lengthen the tailbone. One more breath. Grateful for this amazing strong body that you've got. Lovely. Good. Push into the feet. Inhale. Sweep the arms to the front of your mat. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back to the knees and sit back into child's pose. Keeping the arms extended so that there's length from the base of the pelvis to the fingertips. And just start to steady the breath again. Notice the breath, enjoy it. Coming back to the most simple thing that we can do in our busy lives, just breathe. Connecting to your body, to the moment. And just quietening the busy mind for a moment. On your next inhale, start to walk the hands back towards the hips and come on to the sit bones. And feel free to come and sit a little higher again as we come into Janu Sirsasana. So head to knee pose. So here, let's just broaden the pelvis. So draw the flesh of the buttocks out and feel how that roots your sit bones a little bit more. The sole of your left foot to the inner right thigh. Great. And bring your fingertips down either side of that right thigh. And as you push down into the fingertips, can you turn the belly button a little bit more to the straight leg? So you almost feel a bit twisty because the body's going to want to release towards the bent leg. Lovely. Drawing the toes back, you're aiming your chin towards your ankle. So you're keeping some lift through the anterior body. Walk the hands. I'm not getting very far. You might get further. Don't worry. And wherever your hands fall, you can keep your hands on the floor, or you can have your hands on the shin, the ankle. You might be on the toes. It might even be your thigh. Just start to give your body permission to bow. And come into your forward fold here, Janu Sirsasana. Might be nice to have a little lift through the sit bones if you've got a folded blanket. See if you can relax through the shoulders and then start to soften the breath a little bit. As you let it settle into a natural rhythm, keep your focus on the sensation of breath, the simplicity of that, and welcome the gratitude of having an amazing body that can do yoga. Start to walk the hands back. And just as we did at the beginning of the class, take the hands behind you, start to lift the heart. Lovely. Bring the right foot in into Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together. And as you push down into the hands, lift the heart, opening up, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Breathe into all of that space. And then begin to let the pelvis get really heavy. Straighten the left leg, coming into Janu Sirsasana to the second side. So right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. And again, if it helps to just draw the flesh of the buttocks wider. You feel nice and grounded through the sit bones. Take the hands either side of that front thigh and feel as if you're turning the belly button towards the straight leg. Then you can start to fold, but feel as if you're offering your chin to your ankle. You're not just collapsing through the spine. And then wherever you get to, and it doesn't matter how far you go, give yourself permission to fold. You can let your head release, even as you keep tone through the belly, a little bit of length through the front of the body. And just let the breath settle here. Notice any chimpy little thoughts that might come in and say, gosh, you're tighter on this side, or oh, you're not doing very well. And just let them melt like snowflakes. They're not you, they're not real. And find a point of gratitude and compassion. Begin to transition back up into Baddha Konasana for the last time here. So as you come back up, upright, bring the sole of the left foot to the sole of the right foot. Press your fingers into the floor behind your hips and just lift the heart. Take the ears back, the throat back as the shoulders draw to the back of the heart, and take another breath here. Remove any props that you've got behind you. Keep the feet as they are and start to bring the body to the floor. Supta Baddha Konasana. Lengthen the back of the head. Flatten the shoulder blades into the floor, palms up if that's okay. And see if you can allow the body to release into this passive opening of the front of the pelvis. So if your low back is uncomfortable, you can try drawing the sit bones together, firming the buttocks, pressing the soles of the feet together, and just squeezing, lifting your hips, lengthen the tailbone, and then allow the back to settle back to the floor as you let go once again into Supta Baddha Konasana. Feel the collarbones open as the shoulders relax into the floor, jaw release. And let the breath soften. Bring the knees up towards the ceiling, cross the right ankle above the left knee, and draw that left thigh in towards you, interlinking the fingers for your figure 4. Thread the needle. Sukhiyandrasana. Allowing the shoulders to release, as you stretch through that right hip. Take one more breath here. Just enjoying the sensations, letting the breath flow. And then release the left foot to the floor, uncrossing your ankle and take that to the other side. Left ankle, right knee. Thread the hands through. And then see if you can relax the shoulders. Drawing the knee towards you really subtly and breathe into your left hip. See if you can find the point of ease. Relax the body around the stretch. Steady breath. Let's have one more breath here. And then begin to release, bringing that right foot to the floor and transition into Shavasana in your chosen position. So you could straighten the legs out, have the heels wide, let the feet flop, arms to the sides. Or if you're more comfortable with your knees bent, you could take your feet wide and let the knees relax towards each other. Whichever position you're in, just let go of the breath. And see if you can enjoy that sensation of just being still in your Shavasana. The most simple and sometimes the most difficult pose, Shavasana. To just let your body be. And as you let the body sink into the earth, can you feel a little light of gratitude settle in the heart? And breathe into it. As you lengthen the next inhale, feel as if that light in your heart is burning a little brighter and sending its light to every cell in your body as you draw the feet together, stretch the arms back, take a deeper breath, hug the knees in if that feels good, and take your time to roll to your side. And gradually come back up to seated. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. And have one more breath together, that simple act of breathing that can be so powerful. And with, of course, love and great gratitude. Namaste.